A group text is something truly special, I agree. Certain messages you can feel free to ignore. Others you reply, and your reply falls on deaf ears. Sometimes you think you know what kind of reaction your group text message will create. Others you've just had too much coffee and you're just gonna fire something off into the group text and hope it works. I'd like to be a little more forthcoming about the reading that I do and the writing. You know, it's fine to make a video about how you don't really have an idea for a video but want to make a video. You know, like some kids just want to see the world burn. I miss how I used to give reports on how well the day was going, you know, overcast again. There are all these remnants from old music videos. There's kind of a way these, you know, between coffee on a Saturday moments go. When I started this channel, it was just about, you know, books. I just like the objects and I want to see the objects. And so that's what it's always going to be. Wow, what a worrying cadence that was. Gifts are given, you know, not because people want to make you, you know, fall in love with them. They're just given because, you know, a gift is a good thing. I'd say Wave books make pretty good gifts. There's other ones that people just kind of borrow. So, in the spirit of a reading update, Vladimir Nabokov, The Defense. This is my copy. Let's get another good look at it. The spine, again, it's got that little bit of brown to it in that little concavity that I told you about. Or convexity, I will say. And the typography has this kind of squatness to it. It's kind of squat. Oh gosh, that's a spoiler alert for me. One thing I will call out is that there's that dryness again right there that threatens to have this first page come out. The first page came out in my Real Life of Sebastian Knight, but in this, it's staying in, at least so far. You know, that's what we should do is, as we read books, we should report on how they hold up, whether they fall apart or not. What a nice, simple, you know, title page. I wonder who it's going to be dedicated to. Oh, so I started reading The Defense, and I love it. I read the first 2 chapters, and I'll probably do like another update maybe at the end. You can tell that coffee kicked in because I did a note that I didn't need to do. I just wanted to read you all this part. On the other, a large volume of Pushkin with a picture of a thick-lipped, curly-haired boy on it was never opened. On the other hand, there were 2 books, both given him by his aunt, with which he had fallen in love for his whole life, holding them in his memory as if under a magnifying glass, and experiencing them so intensely that 20 years later, when he read them over again, he saw only a dryish paraphrase, an abridged edition, as if they had been outdistanced by the unrepeatable, immortal image that he had retained. I texted that to a couple people. I think that The Defense is going to start in childhood, and then I think it's going to depart from childhood, and but there are going to be some thematic echoes that are going to carry on, and I think I'm going to especially like these opening chapters just in the grand scheme, and also when I turn back to look at the start after reaching the end. That's my prediction. And then here are the other things that are competing for attention. So first of all, I want to say that there's this book, Acting Class, that I just read that I'm still trying to process, you know. And if you don't have this yet, oh my goodness. Should I do like a video about acting class? My thought is that if I was gonna do that, it would either have to be as bad as this video is, or maybe I could reread Beverly, Sabrina, and this again. I do have them all. Right there. Then there's this, which is a book. It's like, I'm unsure if I want to finish it out loud or silently. You know, oh my gosh, so good, you know. This is, believe it or not, this competes for my attention. World's Most Beautiful Edition. This is still, you know, I guess you're always in progress on a book of poems, but I really loved The Adventure. Back to the City, Archie, and damn glad of it. This, oh my gosh, I should get to it. I mean, it's like up my alley, right? And then lastly, the dream would be to read this and then meet you for dinner tomorrow. Because I got to return the book that you loaned to me. If If you loan me a book, it doesn't just mean that I can run off with it forever and ever. Like, I've got to read it and return it, right?